Shameless.
United in the Europa League. Europa League. Me tell them one time and we say Europa League.
Manchester United 3, Sheriff 0. Another Europa League victory for Erik ten Hag at Old Trafford. Mina, you happy with that today?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. 3 points, 3 goals, Ronaldo on the score sheet, Rashford, Dalot on the score sheet. I'm happy. I'm as happy as can be. On to the next game, I think, with Real Sociedad.
Alejandro Garnacho certainly started well. First actual start for Manchester United. Would you say he impressed today?
Yeah, he really impressed me. He got a chance today to start in a Europa League game, which, you know, some people wish to make it to get their first start of the season, I don't know, in the Premier League or something. But he took the chance and he took it with his hands. He was actually very electric. I would actually say he was quite electric on the left-hand side. He was confidently taking on his man, which we've not seen unless that's Rashford on that side. He was getting past his man a lot, doing nice little step-overs, getting through. He was going for second balls, linking up well with Malacia, who was playing a bit inverted to start with. And I think he looked good. I would have liked him to try take shots. He's right-footed, so for him to try to do that infamous Rashford cut in right foot, but he didn't. But he's a young player and he's a raw talent, and I think Ten Hag is just going to develop that talent into probably something great. And now Ten Hag is probably looking at that Garnacho performance today, which for me, I think he was probably our man of the match. I know he didn't play the full 90 minutes, but he had a very impressive game, given the fact that it was his first start of the season. Ten Hag's probably looking and thinking, yeah, that's another player that I've got as an option on the left. And someone like Sancho is now looking at that thinking that's another competition that I've got for the left-hand side. But Garnacho, he's young. You can see that he's hungry, he's talented, he's skillful. And I think it's only up from here for him.
Does it also now with Garnacho, again, we have the game on Sunday and the expectation is he probably won't play, but is the positive for him coming out of tonight now that when he is on the bench in those Premier League games, Ten Hag can turn to him and say, actually, that is a legitimate option for us? Yeah,
definitely. And I think with the Europa League, if we end up going through a round of 32, I think he'll get an opportunity to play. I think he might get an opportunity next week against Real Sociedad. I think he offers something different on the left, which is what we don't see with Sancho, especially because today you saw it when Malacia was playing with Garnacho. You could see that Malacia was playing so inverted that, you know, just by default, Garnacho was taking on his man and hitting the wing. No one's overlapping him. And you'd think, how would he have done with Luke Shaw? When Luke Shaw came on, it'll be interesting to see. He does offer something different. He's still so young and he's got a heap of talent. Today showed it. And now you're probably thinking, if he is on the bench, Ten Hag's thinking, yeah, he's played in the Europa League, so I know that I can count on him. He's had a good performance. Whereas other youngsters on our bench, like Iqbal, like Savage, Ten Hag probably doesn't just want to throw them into the mix in a Premier League game like on the weekend against West Ham. So I can definitely see Garnacho being someone that Ten Hag looks at as another option on that left-hand side.
Christian Eriksen today as well. Felt like he had just the run of the pitch at Old Trafford. So much time on the ball. But have we also seen today, just if he does get time on the ball, just how effective he can be? Yeah,
today, like Eriksen, I think he flourishes pretty much all the time. But he does flourish against low block teams when he's got so much time on the ball. Today, he could have, I think he had like 5 to 6 seconds on the ball every time to look up and look for a pass, look for a 1-2 touch, pick out the best pass. And he actually did assist the Dalot header from the corner, and even the free kick where he kind of just hit over, it wasn't too bad of a free kick. He's the the puppet of our midfield. Like he does control our midfield, and in a game like today I would expect him to control that middle because he's got so much time, he's got so many options. United have so much possession, so I definitely did expect that. And it's Christian Eriksen, it's what he's capable, it's what he's been brought in to do. It also allows Bruno Fernandes to actually play up more like as a second striker behind Ronaldo. That's how he was playing when he plays in that 10 role behind Ronaldo, until he went out to the right, which is where we actually saw a lot more of him when he was on the right-hand side. So Christian Eriksen, he had a good game. He does have these games where he's, Europa League, we've got so much time on the ball, we've got a lot of possession. It just gives him the opportunity to not just look up and just find a quick pass, but find the right pass because he's just got time. And today he just showed it again.
Antony, in that first half, when it was 0-0, he did the circle, he did the Antony special. Now, he's going to get criticised for that because it's 0-0, because it's the Europa League game. Do you have any issue with that, or is it going to be a big deal made of nothing?
I don't have an issue with it. I do have an issue with the fact that he probably was so dizzy that he ended up passing the ball out.
That was the problem.
That was the issue. But if he did end up finding his man, nobody would have had an issue with it. And I think You know, it's 0-0, it's versus Sheriff. You could feel the goal was coming. Something like that. I don't know why he did it. I like it. It makes me laugh. Obviously, I would be a lot more annoyed if this was like the Premier League and we're down 1-0 or something. But people just need to just have fun. Like, we haven't seen a happy Manchester United team in a long time. And it feels like these players are happy to play for Man United. They're happy to play for the manager, which they've said so many times. They're happy to play with, you know, they know what it means to wear the shirt and have that badge. And he's just having fun on the pitch. Obviously, it's a Europa League game against Sheriff. I don't expect him to do this, like, if we're in the round of 32 or knockout stages. I don't expect him to do that. But I think people are just being too harsh. They're just being too harsh, saying, you know, yeah. And I get why they are being harsh, because he passed the ball out. He was probably so dizzy.
Problem, isn't it?
He was so dizzy. That was 3 spins in a row that he did. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he did it. I would have passed out.
Me too. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, returns to the starting lineup today, returns to the squad today, gets his goal after a few chances. What do you make of Ronaldo's performance?
It was an all right cameo. He was getting into places. He was dropping back a bit, you know, linking up quite well. I think he needed that goal. Like, and you know what that goal meant. There was one chance that he had where he sent 2 defenders and it was just him and the keeper, and it opened up for him and he just skied it over. I guess he tried to place it. His look of like despair after the camera panned to him is like he probably felt, oh, maybe my time is coming. But then he scored, and you saw what it meant for him. He got up for that header, got in between the 2 centre backs, which is what he does good. He went for the second chance. As soon as he headed it, he went in for the second chance, knowing that the keeper probably was going to save it, and he got that goal. You know what it meant to him with his celebration, but also what it meant to the players. They all came over to him, hugged him. They had a little circle next to the corner flag, and they were talking. You can tell that him getting on the score sheet and just finding that confidence, it does, and it also shows the togetherness of this team, because a lot of pundits were critical of the whole Ronaldo fiasco and how Ten Hag handled it, and said, you know, this is going to impact the dressing room. But you can see it's not impacted the dressing room. It seems like everybody's still friends.
Do you think he starts on Sunday?
No, I would be shocked to see him start unless Rashford starts on the left. If Rashford starts on the left, then I would expect him to start. I don't see Martial coming back yet. For a full 90 or 45, 60-minute cameo. So I wouldn't expect him to start, but if Rashford starts on the left, then I expect him to start.
Speaking of Rashford as well, came on, got a goal, really good header. Just what a difference a season can make. And again, he's had some knocks this season already when it comes to injuries, but still he's flying.
Yeah, I think Rashford in form is something that, like, he's a joy to watch. He looks more like the Rashford that we're used to, not just through like goal scoring, but he don't make them stupid decisions that he used to make when I ain't seen him knuckleball it into the crowd for a long time. So maybe he's on the right path right now. But Rashford in form, even when he plays with Ronaldo, a lot of people think they can't play together. But today Rashford was playing in that little second striker role where it was actually giving him a lot of creative freedom. He was going out left a bit, going out right a bit, going through central, and you saw it again when Van der Beek came on as well, and Rashford went to the left. Rashford was making good runs. Him and Van der Beek were finding each other, and credit to Luke Shaw as well, because he came on and got an assist. And I remember saying during the live stream that Malacia doesn't put the balls in that Luke Shaw usually does, and because, you know, Malacia plays so inverted, Luke Shaw goes on the overlap sometimes, and you saw it today when Malacia went to right back and Luke Shaw came in. First thing he did was put in a very good ball, similar to the equaliser against Chelsea on the weekend. So you see what Luke Shaw offers us, you see what Rashford offers us when they play together.
And finally, yes or no, next week we're going to Spain. We're going to top the group.
Yeah, we're going to win 3-1.
Confidence.